Hello everybody. What's going on, you ask? Oh, it's a beautiful day. The snow's melting away. And I'm a poet and didn't know it. Now I'm just going down, take some water down to the chickens again. And I'm gonna go down and show you guys my bees. It's supposed to be 61 today. It's nice and sunny out and warm. I'm ready for spring, and I'm sure the rest of you are too. I just got off the phone with my sister. A lot of you have seen her house. I done that showing of her house here a couple months ago. She bought a house in Mapleton. She wanted to plant a garden, but her backyard's shaded. I told her she could just help me out in my garden. We're gonna plant a big garden together, which will be nice. She said she wants to plant a whole bunch of vegetables that she's heard that she's never tried before, but she's heard that they're good for you. So she's gonna help me plant a lot of varieties of vegetables that neither one of us have eaten before, and give them a try this year, as long as they grow. So that's our plan. I'm gonna plant the garden, most of the garden up by my house, right out in front of my house, out in the pasture. I got pasture ground, kind of, I don't know what you call it, a field around my house. Where my house, I moved my house in on my property, and it was an old farmhouse we bought. Moved it in on my property and fixed it up and that. So it sits in the middle of a field that used to be 5 acres, which was hay, alfalfa. But anyhow, I'm down here by where my old garden area is. I want to show you these bees. They're active today. They're just flying everywhere. It's so nice out. They're out trying to find some food, I guess. I got my phone ringing. Hang on a minute, we'll see who's calling me. Just a dang telemarker. Anyhow, the bees are active. I got some hives over there. See them flying around over there too. So that's a good sign. When you see the bees out flying around, it shows that they made it through the winter, and be able to collect some honey hopefully this year. I just bought packages of bees last year because all my other hives had died out the year before because of the strong or the hard winter and stuff, but they made it through this winter. We had mostly a mild winter, other than we had that really cold spell when the temperatures way down in the 20s, and that kind of made me nervous. I was afraid those hives wouldn't make it, but they made it. So I'm going to show you the beans I got the other day. I done a video. I went over to my wife's work. She'd gotten her car stuck and I had to give her a ride to work, and so I made good use of it, having her take her to work. They had beans along the road and I scooped some up, and I didn't have enough containers. I took some feed sacks and filled them up, so I had to go back that evening to pick her up after work, and I went over and scooped up the rest. I got all these soybeans in this cart, this big cart. I've been feeding out of it for a couple days because this was heaped clear up, so some have been taken out, but there's a lot there. I have these water softener tanks, and this one's probably 3/4 full. And in this one I got a couple bags, feed bags. I had about a feed bag and a quarter, and it's filled with some kind of pellets, feed pellets. Some truck dumped out some feed. It is pelletized, and so I've been feeding the pellets to the chickens. I do feed them some soybeans, but I've been feeding the chicken them pellets, and I've been feeding the beans to the pigs. But that's how many beans I got the other night when I had to take my wife to work a couple days ago. So that always helps out. I don't like having to buy feed, and I like that free feed. talked to my sister. We're gonna start getting some seeds started, and she was gonna ask me about it last night, and then she didn't. She was thinking about it, and I went over there and ate supper with her. My wife had to work, so I went over and ate supper by myself this week, and we decided we're gonna start some seeds and put them on her back family room / porch. I guess it's all insulated, heated and everything. So we're gonna go and get some seeds started. At least our tomatoes and peppers. Most everything else will probably direct sow, you know, put the seeds right in the ground once it warms up. But our peppers and our tomatoes we're gonna get started. Can't believe this weather, it's really nice. Let's just hope it stays this way. We got like temperatures in the 50s and 60s for about the next 10 days, I think. So that's a plus. Over here looking at the horses. One of them standing there, the other one's in the shelter, so must be in there eating. I'm gonna go take some water to the chickens. I got a half gallon of water. I brought down a gallon earlier today. So I'm gonna give them this half gallon of water and gather eggs. I've gotten 2 eggs so far today. I've been getting 5 or 6 every day. For some reason yesterday I only got 2. And today so far I've gotten 2. I've taken up to the house and they should have some more in there by now. This garden area, I'm thinking about, it's a small field over here. There's where some of my garden area was, my pigs and my horses clear down there. I'm thinking about cleaning up this whole area. It's supposed to be about 1.5 acres here. And other than where this chicken house sits, I'm thinking about cleaning this all up, moving the pig pen and the horses pen, moving them on another spot on my acreage, and plant some brome grass down here on in this field. That way I can mow it and bale it every year and get bales of grass hay off for my horses, and some to sell. So that's my plan. I think I'm gonna just clear all this and get some grass planted. That way I have a cash crop, you know. I can mow and bale that hay and have a good cash crop. Watering the chickens here. Oh, got an egg. Laid it on the floor rather than a nesting box. So that's 3 so far today. Hopefully I get a couple more. Hopefully I get a couple more. It's kind of nice to be able to have your own eggs like that, not having to go to the store and buy them. I took some to a friend the other night. I called Doug, my friend Doug, and his wife Vicky, call her Vic for short. Asked her if she'd like some eggs. She said sure. So we ran them down there the other night and on them while we had to go get our car washed after we got it pulled out of our muddy driveway. Dropped them off a dozen of eggs. And in return, they gave me 3 pheasant breasts for her. Doug, he raises hunting dogs and he breeds them and sells them, and then he trains them and that, and he does a lot of pheasant hunting. And he had some pheasant in the freezer, so they gave me 3 pheasant breasts. So I got a little meat out of the deal, put in my freezer. Some people don't like pheasant, some people do. I don't mind it. So I went over there and gave him a dozen eggs and got a little pheasant in return. I like that barter system. I mean, I was just giving them the eggs to be nice, but they were being nice in return and gave me a few pheasants, so that'll make a couple meals for my wife and I. But anyhow, I'm going to continue to be nice and give them eggs when I have excess eggs. You know, sometimes you help people out and don't expect anything in return. It all comes back to you, just like when I took them a dozen the other night and they gave me 3 pheasant breasts. I could probably make 2 or 3 meals out of them easy. So it all helps out. If you guys can help somebody out, do so. It'll come back to you. They'll help you back in return. Well, I thought I'd just take you on that little walk, show you my bees. They're out flying around. Gathered the egg, watered the chickens. Letting you guys enjoy the sunshine like I am. This warm weather. Once my sister and I get them seeds started, you know, I'll have to do a video on that, show you our seed setup, you know, our starter plants or whatever. But anyhow, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for joining me, and don't forget, I love you. Bye.